Hey, what's up, everybody? I was tagged in a video recently, and I didn't have context for it, and I didn't really understand the pretext for it. But I thought the overarching conversation was something that I wanted to address real quick. And it was specifically about knife defense techniques and tactics and approaches and whatever. And this is a conversation that we've had internally here a lot, and with some other folks as well. It's very rare that in the self-defense fighting tactical world, whatever, that you find something that's new. Most things that are truly real world applicable and have real validity to them have been around for decades, if not centuries. A lot of if we stick with the knife defense stuff for a minute, a lot of the 2-in-1 grips and controls and things that you see from us and other people, you can find in carvings from literally thousands of years ago, Greeks, Egyptians, and then texts and literature throughout human history, addressing them in one way or another. When we first started doing a lot of what we currently do now with knife defense, I had a couple of folks say, you took that from Carl Tanswell. And I was like, who's Carl Tanswell? and so I went looking, and Carl had a program called Stab. And it was heavily drawing on the Russian arm, Russian tie. And a lot of the stuff that we were doing in SLR, Carl was doing a couple decades ago. And so my overall kind of thought is, and this would have been before like the major proliferation of social media. My overall thought is that people that are training in legitimate systems and that have at least a tacit exposure to violence are going to come to very similar conclusions without having ever crossed over with people doing the same. So if you're training in wrestling, you're training in jiu-jitsu, judo, boxing, Muay Thai, whatever, and you have at least a peripheral understanding of violence, you're going to get to a very similar conclusion eventually as other people that are doing the same things. Now, are there people out there that see a thing from somebody else and take that thing and run with it? Yeah, that happens very often in our industry. I know for us, we're constantly looking to see what everybody else is doing. And if I know for sure that I got it from a specific person and I think it was unique to that person, I try to credit them for sure. But like every time I teach a mount escape, I don't credit who I learned that from 30 years ago, 25 years ago, because it's everywhere. It's a thing that's germane to a certain system. So I'm not proclaiming that we came up with the way that we do our knife defense. I do think that we have some unique drills and things like that. But as a general rule, in this world, there's nothing new under the sun.